Hello and welcome to this very familiar space. My name is Success Cameron. This is where fashion lives. This is Brands and Fashion on iBrandTV. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Brands and Fashion on iBrandTV. You're just in time. We are about to delve into trends. Our trend for today are the square toe strappy sandals. Now, there's been a mirage of square toe shoes making rounds, and for good reasons. Now, let's take a look at why this trend is, making such a buzz. Square toe strappy sandals. Square toe sandals are cut straight across the toe, like someone took a pair of scissors and slipped off the rounded part. Some are more blunt and sharp looking, others tapered in slightly, but they tend to make a bold statement. Trends come and go, but one of those that will always remain in style are a sleek pair of sandals. This flattering design with a strappy finish elongates the legs and creates a unique silhouette for any outfit you're wearing. There is no rule for what you can or cannot wear with a square toe strappy sandals, but it is better to pair them with something casually chic. A square toe is more sporty than a sexy pointy toe or a practical rounded toe. Although best worn in the warmer months, feel free to add a pair of sheer tights or socks with your footwear to up the ante. Try pairing some square toe strappy sandals with cropped jeans, shorts, or with a casual sundress or pants. Choose bright shades to add life to your ensemble, or keep it classy with traditional colors like white, black, or brown. Now we know why the sandals are making such a buzz. I think they're breathable and very nice to have, although they don't go with everything. Like I said, it's a really nice one to have. Now onto where we learn from the pros themselves. Today we'll be looking at handmade shoes. And here to give us insider knowledge about this is the CEO of the David Cat brand in the person of OMOKOREDE TALABI, David. Welcome, David.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So I had issues pronouncing the name right, going back and forth, but thank you. You were here, a very good teacher to teach me how to say the word right. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
And without further ado, let's just get right into it and learn about handmade shoes. So what are the first things you take into consideration before you start this kind of business?
Before you start a shoe brand, I will use myself as an example. When I started, I just had the idea and I was like, okay, I think I need to start this. So the whole official thing and trying to organize myself came in along the line while I started. Do you understand? So before I started, I had the idea and a flash of what I can achieve on the long run with the brand and all of that, and that was how I started. So there was nothing like trying to get my figures right or something to start off.
But if I ask you now that you've achieved a certain level of success, yeah. If you were to start again, what are the things you'd say? Okay, like you need to have this in place first, so that you don't make a mistake. You need to do this. I probably will start the same way I started, because I don't think there's a mistake in building a brand, because every mistake actually teaches you something, you learn from it and makes you a better person. So I actually appreciate whatever the time mistake was or whatever that we've been through, and we will definitely have more mistakes in the future. Yeah. So, and those are the things that actually makes us a better brand, and I would definitely start from where I started. Okay, so let's say, moving on now to the requirements. You did not start with a plan, but you started with something. What are those things you started with?
I started with a vision.
Okay.
I started with a vision, and I started knowing what I want and what I actually want to achieve. So the first thing was I had the idea, and I thought of it, got a business name for it, a name for the business. Then I registered it. The moment I registered it, and I took it really serious, like it's my life.
Wow, wow, that's fantastic. So people overlook the importance of registering a brand, and I've treated this on the show. Trademarking and registering a brand is not something you play with, like he has said. First things first, register that brand, especially if it's something that is a creative property, you know, so you don't have somebody stealing your ideas. Now let's talk about sourcing for materials. If you're going into the shoe industry, you need to, you know, have sources for the materials you're going to be using to create. So
okay, sourcing for materials, actually, when we started David Cat, it was we actually sourced for materials locally. That's the everlasting machine. The material market.
That name has come up in again.
That's the everlasting machine, material market, and all of that. Yeah, but as time goes on, the moment we keep growing and all of that, we started, you know, building contacts outside the country and all of that, getting, you know, dealers, importers that import particular materials for what we need it for. So that's how it works.
Okay, so I want to talk figures now. Maybe not exact figures, but how much would it cost? Say I want to go into shoe business. I have the vision. I want to, aside even the registration fee, say how much would it cost me to start effecting my plans of a shoe brand?
Okay, I think the most expensive part of it is having to register it. Yeah, because you can start with as low as 10,000 naira. Definitely, you know, there are standards in everything. Yeah. Do you understand? You don't start you don't start a shoe brand today and tomorrow you're trying to have the standard of Gucci, David Cat, and all of that. Yeah, so there are standards for everything. And mind you, if you start with too expensive materials, at the end of the production and all of that, you find it out to sell it out, because people are still trying. People don't even know the name. Yeah. You haven't built the trust. So you need to start as low as, you can even start with as low as 5,000 naira. Just start with a pair of slides or sandals, then from there take it up.
Wow, that's fantastic advice. Fantastic advice. Let's talk about the Nigerian factor. How is the shoe business faring here in Nigeria, from the horse's mouth now?
It's actually a bit tasking, because there are lots of ups and downs and so much stress, actually, because man, you know, Nigeria now, the normal level, you know, you're saying that says if you can survive in Nigeria, then you can survive anywhere. So starting a new brand in Nigeria, let me not even target with the shoe now. Starting a new brand in Nigeria, especially when you don't have that much fund to push it, it's actually tasking, you know. It's tasking, I must say. So that's what, like, starting a brand in Nigeria is quite not so easy.
Okay, so final words to anybody trying to start shoe business?
I mean, like I used to say, I will use myself as an example. When I was starting, I wasn't expecting anybody to patronize me. The major goal was just for me to let you know, to register the name in your heart. You know, when I just let you to know, I create that awareness, David Cat. So the major purpose wasn't to sell a shoe or something. Yeah, it was just to create that awareness, and with the awareness, you know, a lot can actually come out from it.
So, but finally, what would you say about quality?
Quality actually depends on what you want. So, and okay, for David Cat, we've made quality our tradition. I mean, in anything we do, that's the major thing. If it's not quality, then we're not doing it. Yeah, so that's it. Quality is actually, it goes a long way, because at some point, I think I should bring it back down to Niger level. At some point when you tell someone a loafer is cost 20,000 naira, 25, and they're like, how much last?
Is that how much last?
I'll be like, actually no, it's not.
It's non-negotiable,
because every penny, every naira actually goes to something. It's not like we are overpricing or something. So I mean, that's one thing that it stands for, and to us, we know how much the cost of production is and all of that. So we keep to whatever the standard is. It's not about the money, because the person you give discount now then do something with their own price
budget, and then they'll be like, oh, the shoe is not even nice.
Aside from that person, when they wear it elsewhere and people
see,
like, they won't tell people this is the amount they paid for it. But the moment they can actually come up with their budget or whatever and get the right product at the asked amount, definitely they still won't tell people the price. But when people start, admiring whatever they're wearing, they'll be like, yes, nami.
which is very common around here.
Exactly.
It's been fantastic. I hope you had your pens and paper out, and I hope you put a few things down. But we're going to be moving on to the next segment, which is our celebrity style inspiration. Now, our celebrity style inspiration for today is none other than Omaumi Megbele. I hope I called that right. I always have issues with African names, and I am an African. So, born 13th April 1982, and known by her stage name Omaumi, she's a Nigerian singer-songwriter and actress of Ishekiri ethnicity. She's a brand ambassador for Globacom and Malta Guinness. She's also a part of the campaign called Rise with the Energy of Africa. She gained popularity as the 2007 runner-up on West African Idols, a reality TV show part of the Idols franchise. Now, since then, she has had numerous performances on stage with musicians such as P-Square, Tubaba, Fino, The Band, Banky W, MI, Sasha, Nice, Chaka Demus, and Pliers, Carl Thomas, Angie Stone, Donald Jones, Angelique Kidjo, amongst others, and she has starred in so many movies as well, and that's the reason she's our celebrity style inspiration today. I really love the Afro vibe with Omaumi. What do you think about it?
Omaumi is actually one celebrity I admire a lot. Right from, I won't say childhood per se, but right from high school days and all of that. Okay. She has this style, probably maybe not like the likes of...
that looks like her. Yemi Alade.
Yemi Alade.
Ah, okay, I guess right.
Yemi Alade. So Omaumi is this, she tries to put in the Nigerian woman vibe in whatever she's, wearing the African prints and all of that. So I actually admire it a lot. So
since you make shoes, like, do you make female shoes as well?
Of course we do, but no heels for now.
Not heels?
Yeah, so we make flat shoes, we make sandals, slides, and boots for female as well.
Boots? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Wow, fantastic. So when we come back, I think you already have an idea who our brand's highlight is for today. But don't move a muscle, because we're going to be delving into it after the break.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now, make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436, 07066638213. Banga Fresh Palm Fruit Extract.
This is still Brands and Fashion on iBrandTV, and my guest today is making my job so easy. The studio is very relaxed and calm, just like his face is. And I'm moving into the Brands Highlight segment for today. And doing justice to this segment is the CEO of the brand himself, that is the David Cat brand, OMOKOREDE. Did I call it right?
Yeah, OMOKOREDE.
Korede.
Yeah.
Hey, the E! Korede.
Yeah.
OMOKOREDE David.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying with us.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about your brand now, because during the Pro Tips segment, I was asking questions and you'd be like, I'll use myself as an example. Now we have come to you, so we want to hear it all. I'm going to just start by, when did you start this brand?
I actually started officially 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I started 2016 because that was when I registered the business.
Okay.
Yeah, I started 2016.
Sweet. So, you know, people say they make shoes, but I want to find out the category. What is your niche exactly, and what kind of shoes do you make?
Actually, David Cat, we are into footwears. So, talk about slides, sandals, monk straps, Oxford, other formal shoes, Chelsea boots, and all of that.
And loafers, because you made
Loafers,
examples
yeah.
of that, loafers.
Yeah. So we make loafers too.
And also with the women's sandals?
Yeah, of course.
So how soon should we be expecting a heels segment? Because you know I wear heels.
Definitely when we get to that stage, we send it out.
In other words, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it.
Definitely.
Okay, so now, I've seen your shoes, including the one you're putting on. They're fabulous.
Oh,
and the
thank you.
designs are very unique. So let's talk about the processes you go through before you come up with these designs.
Before we come up with the designs, or before we make the shoes?
Yes, like coming up with the design up until the point where you're making the shoes.
Okay, coming up with the design, I actually make my designs myself. I design them myself. So it's basically about me having what I want. I'm mostly online trying to get ideas and all of that. Do you get? So when I have a picture in my head, I design it, then go into the production room, give it to my shoemakers right now, because I don't produce anymore myself. So give it to my shoemakers and we...
But did you ever produce? Like,
Yeah,
did you
at
ever
some
make the shoes yourself?
At some point, you know, that's a very long story. I don't think we're ready to do that. right from my childhood, you know. Okay, let me just summarize. The basic thing is that in my family, my elder brother actually was the one that learned the craft shoemaking. I didn't learn it. So I just picked it up as something I love doing. He was the one that learned it and all of that. So while he was doing it, those days when I get back from school, I support him in the house to make shoes and all of that. So that was how I got the idea of shoemaking and trying to turn it to something big.
Wow, fantastic. So let's say now you render bespoke services, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
And bespoke means it is specific to the person.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I come to you now, I want a shoe, and I don't even know how to express it, and then we are going back and forth. How do you make this work, like, and deliver services that your clients appreciate?
Okay, so the first thing is, when you come to me, you need a shoe. What kind of shoe do you need? Do you have a sample? Do you have a picture? Or do you have a specific design of what you want? If you don't have, so I ask you, what event are you using it for? What's your outfit like? Then I try to come up with a design that actually suits your outfit and the event as well, and try to relate it with
some of the things,
with the maybe Lagos lifestyle. And all of that, yeah.
Okay, so I think working with you is going to be very easy. Someone like me now, very hard to please. So you will have my medicine. But finally, let's talk about the challenges and the good side of owning a shoe brand, because it didn't happen in one day,
Of
and
course.
even up till now, there are some
The
things that are
selling process.
exactly. So let's hear it.
Actually, the challenges, there are lots of challenges actually, starting from the one, the sleepless night and all of that, the nights you have to cry to God, what's going on. I've literally shed tears, you know. When it also gets to the point that you have to satisfy your customers and all of that, the point that you have to go for to outsource for materials, I mean, it's crazy. But thank God, the good side of it now is having the picture of what you want to become in the nearest future, and I think that's the best motivation so far.
Wow.
Because it relieves you the stress you're feeling right now. You
All
know,
of a sudden, when you just envision it, oh, that's
I mean,
true. So speaking of the future, where are we taking David Cat brand to in the nearest future?
by the grace of God, David Cat is going to be a universal brand, and that's what we're working towards.
I'm going to try to say this in Yoruba. Nobody should laugh. How do I say the name of God?
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run, Jésù Kristi. Fantastic one. It's been amazing having you here. I told my colleagues that I'm saving up money to come and purchase in bulk, including the DOP behind the camera. We're going to all be sporting, you know, David Cat brand. How about that?
That's going to be amazing.
Fantastic. So we're moving on to the next segment, which is our fashion talent. Today, our fashion talent is the award-winning Kenyan fashion journalist, content creator, blogger, and editor, Sylvia Njoki. Now, she has over 112,000 Instagram followers who look to her for the latest fashion and travel inspiration and keep up with her latest travels across the globe. Now, her earliest memory of herself has her playing with her older cousin's makeup and always watching international beauty pageants and fashion shows on television. She loved cutting pictures, like fashion pictures, out from magazines. Now, I think that is so typical of someone who is a fashion person. I don't know about this part of the world, but I think we are getting there where people have come to be aware of, you know, fashion, and it takes a lot. You know, it's different writing political stories or sports and normal entertainment to fashion. You really need to have eyes for it. So speaking of which, do you advertise? How do you advertise the David Cat brand?
When it comes to adverts, we actually try as much as possible to do all we can and make use of whatever platform we are on or we have access to. So in terms of adverts, and mind you, the best advert is referral.
Word of mouth.
Yeah. So, but we try our possible best. We run Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and we're actually on one currently on Facebook and Instagram. We actually try to advertise to via other platforms, so that's how we do it.
It's fantastic. So the best thing is word of mouth, and the only way you can have people say good things about your brand and spread the good news is if it's quality and if it's good and if you are staying true to what you promise your clients. Am I right, sir?
Exactly.
Period. Thank you so much, David, for coming on the show. You made my job so easy. I keep saying it.
Thank you so very much.
And so we've come to the end of this amazing episode of Brands and Fashion. Make sure to follow iBrandTV on all social media platforms for more entertaining and informative content. My name is Success Cameron, signing out. Keep it locked here on iBrandTV. Goodbye.